Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. Today I thought I would use a colour that I've never used before. It's a Raw Umber, but I thought today we would try it with the neutral colour palette and some greens. I've also chosen a 12 by 24 inch canvas and laid it vertically, so that's going to be a little different as well. And I just want to experiment, but I've also got out some modelling paste, maybe for the end, mixing some paint with. I don't know. We're just going to have a play. So, should we start with the dark colour? See what it's like. I've sprayed my canvas with water, so it's more of a wash at the moment. A little bit of the warm grey and a little bit of olive green deep. That colour goes a long way. People often ask me if I have an idea of what I'm going to do at the start. Sometimes I do. In this case it's very vague. I'm kind of thinking dark going to light. Maybe some swishes through it at some point. I might like to use some liquidy paints and just sort of move that around. I don't know. Interesting. The colour doesn't look great at the moment. Titanium buff light. Nice and light. Interesting. I just decided to stop then. I kind of like that. What can I do next? Maybe a little bit of the lighter green as well. Okay, might just change my brush because I want to add a bit more white up here. Will I put too much of these kinds of lines in? It's going to be grassy. That's what's coming to me. But I think I want further up some dry reed. So how can I do that? Oh, okay. Interesting. Get some more white in there now. Get a little bit of a lighter blend on top. Don't want to go too heavy. Feathery. Get some greens in again. I've got a bit of that brilliant green. Should we try the really light green? Get some sort of thicker leaves. Ooh. I'm going quite thick with the paints here. So I'm just trying to cover up any patches down here. Now, what else? Got this brush here, could try something with. Don't like that. Let's try this line brush. I haven't tried any of liquidy paints that I was planning to do. Contrast just helps. Let's get some white. Okay, this is nice and dry now, and I thought I was done, but I just really have this itch to give it texture, and I didn't want to just give it a little bit of texture. So I've actually got out this air dry clay, and I'm going to see if I kind of want these bits to be a bit raised, and maybe even like a couple of these coming out. I'm pretty new to air dry clay. I've used, well, you can see how much of it I've used. I was doing a project for a channel I had planned to start, yeah, working with a bit of air dry clay, and see what we can do. I've also got this texture, which I'll be using as well. This is, it says 50-50 on it because I used half modelling paste and half joint compound. So I don't know how long these need to be. Should we try that? I might just squish that down a bit. Something like that. Alright, so how do we stick it? I was thinking about using a bit of this to stick it. Don't want to go crazy with it. I'm going to texture up the other ones as well, but I'm not going to have this big raised area. I just wanted to give it a lift, and I thought the best way might be to use a bit of this. I can't remember how long this takes to dry. Let's do another one. I just want those three, like really raised bits, and then maybe a couple of leaves. Tricky to crack a bit. Just gonna roughen this up a little bit. These two bits I think will take a bit longer to dry. Now what I'm going to do is make up some paste with some colour. I'm just thinking, I just mixed up some paste because it's got white in it. It's not very dark, so I thought I might just grab the dark bits just to put through the bottom so we can see through to those. Now I haven't let this dry yet. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm going to be adding paste to the top of it, so I don't know, maybe I should let it dry first. Just not sure. We're doing it this way. If it doesn't work, then I mean, it's just like you can put water on it and it'd be fine. So let's see why this would be much different. We will be adding texture to these other ones as well. They're just not going to stand out as much. Just trying to blend this in with the surface. Spin it around again, just to look at it. I don't mind going a bit wider with this colour because I'm going to be bringing lighter colours over the top. Maybe I should have had it even flatter. I'm going to let that dry and then come over with some more layers. Okay, I just came back to check on this and you can see these cracks are a little bit too much. So I think I might try and remove these bits. It's a little disappointing, but we'll see what we can do another way. See if I can wipe that off. Because this isn't covered in the paste, probably dried out quicker. Ooh, shaping it a little bit more. Alright, I still want to leave them to dry longer. What I might do is make up a bit of green. I might use a little bit of matte gel. It helps to keep the colour better because it dries clear. About half and half, and some olive paint. Just add a different colour in this one. And let's put one through here. I think that's good for the leaves. We'll come back and see how many cracks we get in here. This is nice and dry now, and you might be able to see I do have a few cracks, but I think I should be able to cover those up. So I'm going to just do a little bit of touch-ups first with this colour. Bit of shaping maybe. And then we're going to get the brush involved. I hope I can bring back that look that I had at the start. This is lifted up. I don't know whether to leave it up or not. It's a little bit tricky to get those lines that I want. I think I might have preferred it before. This is all dry and I've decided that I am not happy with these lumps. They are very, I don't know, unnatural. In hindsight, I think what I should have done was do some sculpting in them while they were malleable. And I'm not against trying this again, but in a different way and I would probably do it on a hard board so that I can actually get some proper sculpting in. But what I want to do is see if I can take it off. I could ruin this whole canvas. I don't know. Oh, ooh. Gotta be careful where I flick that. Let's just try. This one's probably going to be the easiest because it had already lifted up in one spot. But I'm going to have to come over and paint these again. Ooh. I can see through the canvas. That's not good. I'll keep trying. Ooh. Oh no. What I'm going to have to do, I'm just trying to think. I don't think I'm going to try and remove those ones. I need to repair this. That's going to need some gesso or something. And this needs some kind of sculpting. I'm thinking about getting out the Dremel. And maybe just give it a little bit of shape. Right, let's see. Where's my gesso? So I'm not going to be able to remove that this time, but we can do a little repair job up here and just fix this. I'll have to build up a little bit of texture here just to blend it in, but yeah, it's dried too hard, so I can't actually fix it. I have people say to me in the comments that I fiddle too much, but without pushing the boundaries, you don't get better. You don't learn stuff. That's my motto anyway. I'll let that dry and then I'll do some touch-ups. Okay, here is the final result. I do like the fact that I made the reeds a little bit darker. Love the colour in the grass. The overall composition I'm pretty happy with. It's just these raised areas that I wish I could have taken out. The other thing I wish is that I'd sculpted them while they were still soft. I could have blended them in a lot better and given them more texture. That's just experience. So I would love to have another go at using the air dry clay, but I think I'd use it on a board so that I can sculpt it a bit easier. Could be interesting. Let me know whether you'd like to see something like that. Some more sort of sculpting on a board. Yeah, but I like the sort of feathery look and the different colours in it. So that was a little bit different. I made mistakes and that's all part of the learning process. You know, you can't get it right every time. Trying things out helps you grow. So don't be afraid to try things. That might not always work out the way you want it, but you definitely learn something by trying. So if you want to expand your knowledge, just give things a go. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.